x squared minus 7. I know it's kind of hard to see that it's an exponent, but that is an exponent. And that's going to be equal to 27 to the 2x power. So to get the same base, well, 27 can be written as 3 to some power. So we want to ask ourselves, 27, 3 to what power is 27? 3 to what power is 27? Okay, sometimes we'll have to manipulate both bases, but on this one, since 27 can be written as a base of 3, we're okay. But we'll show an example. We will show an example of that. All right, so you can do it by doing like 3 times 3. You know, as you do more of these, you'll just recognize 3 to the third power is 27, but we'll go through it. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. So we know 3 to the third power is 27. So now we got to be careful when we substitute, because when you substitute, you have to substitute with parentheses. So this is going to become 3 to the x squared minus 7 equals 3 cubed with parentheses to the 2x power. Okay. So now we have the same base, but the problem is we need to simplify. And this is where another rule of exponents comes in. An exponent, right? This is an exponential. An exponential to an exponent. What do? You multiply, and you have to have parentheses. We'll put with parentheses. You multiply the exponents. You multiply the exponents. Okay, so this is going to become, the left side doesn't change. This looks really bad because I just need to move this. We're going to put this, we're just going to move it as far over as we can. We're going to put that there. And this is going to become 3 to the x squared minus 7 equals 3 to the 3 cubed to the 2x. So you multiply these two exponents. Those two exponents you multiply. So it's going to become 3 to the x squared minus 7 equals 3 to the 6x. Okay. An exponential to an exponent with parentheses, you multiply those exponents. You multiply those exponents. All right. So 3 times 2x is 6x. And now, once the bases are the same, you set the exponents equal to each other. Set the exponents equal. Did that in red. So we have 3 to the, no, 3's go right. We're not worried about the 3's because they're the same. It's going to be x squared minus 7 equals 6x. Now we have to solve this, right? The next step is to solve. Well, this is not linear. This is quadratic. We have an x squared in there. In order to solve quadratics, you have to set them equal to 0. So we're going to subtract 6x here. We get x squared minus 6x minus 7 equals 0. This is what we are solving. We need to solve this. Okay, we need to solve this. We're going to pause it here though, but the problem is going to continue, but we're going to solve it. All right, so we had our exponential function. It turned into a quadratic function, but luckily we know how to solve quadratics. We need to factor that. So we're going to factor it up here. We need two numbers that multiply to -7 that add to -6. And we can use the shortcut because here a is 1. So we're going to do x minus 7 times x plus 1. That's going to equal 0. So we get two answers here. And I'm going to write out every step, even though I don't expect you to write out every step, right? Plus 7, plus 7. We dealt with zeros before, and we know that they're opposite the factors. And we should circle that because it's a 0, right? But that's okay. And then subtract 1, we get x equals -1. That's it right there. Okay, so we have two answers on this one. We've got -1 and 7. They both work. So -1 comma 7. They both work. That's how we'll enter it on the homework. That's how we'll enter it. All right, so this one says solve the exponential